You know, I did a podcast that I posted yesterday regarding what's his name? I'm sorry, Nipsey Hussle, rapper, entrepreneur, businessman. And like I said before, I don't want to talk about his past. His past don't really concern me. You know, it's not about what you did before, it's about what you're doing now. You know, I'm just saying, that's just me. You know, would I want somebody to judge me based on my past, or would I want somebody to judge me based on who I am today? Think about it. And here's my thing. Like I said, I don't know enough about his past to really even say anything anyway, and I'm not going to say it. What I will say is this, and I said before, and I'll probably say it again, but I don't want to keep repeating myself. The way I see it, man, based on stuff I've dealt with when I lived in Cleveland, and I had conversations with family members about this before, what the old saying goes about, you can always go back home, you can always go home. You can't. And I've heard a couple other YouTubers talk about when they were referring to what happened to Nipsey Hussle. Many of them said the same thing. I've said that for a long time myself anyway. I said I would never go back and live home. With what I'm doing now, I would never do it. Because you got too many jealous people out there, man. You know? Everything that a lot of people didn't do that you did, all of a sudden, they don't like you for it. But when you were out there, you know, in the midst of the struggle, you know, everybody was throwing shade on you. Even then. But a different kind of shade. They were like, you know, yeah, look at you, you know, blah, blah, blah. Or whatever. You know? Or, you know, people were talking about, this is what you need to do, this is what you need to do. You know, you go out and do it, and people talk down you. I've had family do that. You know, how the hell you want somebody and tell somebody, you know, when they're young or like growing up, well, you need to do this, you need to do that, and, you know, make yourself available and make yourself useful and make something out of yourself and all that, and then you turn around and do it, and they throw you on the bus again. Oh, God. You know, this is the thing that tripped me out. And I dealt with that kind of stuff for a very long time. I just leave stuff just anywhere anymore. But here's my thing, though. When you get out there and get yourself squared away and you get your situation right, you should be able to do what you want to do for yourself and your family. Not have to worry about doing it for everybody else. With that crab in the barrels mentality. You know, it's just, my thing of it is that people who you think got your back don't always have your back. People who you think will represent your best interests, they don't. That's the shocking thing about it to me anymore. And like I said myself, and I always said for some time, and I used to want to go home. I did. That's no joke. I really did. I used to want to go home, move up there, move back. I talked about it. But as the opportunities lessen, the less I wanted to involve myself with it. You know. Maybe if I had the money, I probably would have. Maybe not directly in the city, but somewhere near it. But I don't have that kind of money like that to do that. I really don't. But nevertheless, Like I said before, you can't always go back home. You might think you can, but you got too many people out there just envious of all kinds of, goofy stuff. Hey, look at you, And to me, it's not always the best thing to do. It's not. People see you doing better, and then all of a sudden, they, instead of wanting to know how you're doing it so they can learn, they just want to take advantage of it. Hey, give me $1. I remember one time, I know I told this story before. I was going to get beer with some in-laws out of Virginia. Well, it was just one of them. It was actually one of them was with me. So I went over there. I took a 20 out to go pay for it. And what the Negro do? Look at my goddamn wallet. About 2 hours later, he gonna ask me for some money. See, he was looking for opportunity. Like I got like that. I don't have it like that. Sure. If I had it like that, I wouldn't be around you at all. That's another story. But I'm just saying. And I know Nipsey Hussle, God rest his soul, he talked about haters out there. And I think the statement that he made from his account was more or less trying to say, hey, and that's just my take on it, just my take for what I was reading about it, what he said, that the haters are proving my point of why I've evolved and they didn't. And that's kind of where I feel about people who, try to devalue me. I've evolved, and some people I know didn't bother to at all, or never attempted to. But you worry about me? Really? You better worry about you and what you need to be doing out here. See, that's the main issue out here. We always in somebody else's business, always in somebody else's pocketbook or wallet or whatever, and you ain't worried about what the fuck you got to do for yourself. My suggestion is look in the mirror and figure out how well you doing or what you need to do better. Make yourself useful. Make yourself valuable. Don't make yourself somebody who's waiting to grab an opportunity from somebody else. How about working for an opportunity for you? That's where you need to start. And I wish more of us would. I wish people stop hating somebody because they were able to do more than you because the opportunities that they had and the opportunities that they worked on. From my understanding, Nipsey Hussle was what he was, a hustler. But he hustled his way into success, And I mean worked his ass off, That work ethic. I actually remember when I got out of the military 20 years ago. Matter of fact, it's been 20 years since I've been out of the military. And I remember I had 3 jobs. This is before you met my wife. And I was working 3 jobs. I was working a full-time job during the day, get off, change clothes, go work my part-time job. And then after I finish working my part-time job, I go home. And on weekends, I work my other part-time job. I worked 20, 25 hours on that job. I will work my 20 hours on my part-time job every week and work my full-time job. It kicked my ass. And that's what you do when you're on your grind. People don't believe in that anymore. People believe in that fast stuff. All that fast stuff ain't going to always get you anywhere. In some cases, it gets you nowhere or to a dead end. And maybe it's time that people start learning to work from the grind. One thing I say again about guys like Nipsey Hussle, he built himself up. He ain't built down, he built up. More of us need to start doing that, man. Certain things you got, and for myself, certain things I had to stop doing, man. Stop hanging out with this, who, and that. Stop running the streets. I wasn't really much when I was in my early 20s. I did. And I stopped. I realized when I was 20, 21, it was time for me to really get serious about my career and my life. A lot of these guys, 20, 25, 30 years old, still trying to run the streets. Don't wait till you're 45 to start to decide, I got to get my life together. I know a guy like that right now, 30 years old. I'm not going to give you too much detail about this guy because it ain't really nobody's business but his own. And this was a guy who actually, mentally has it together but didn't take the opportunity to do what he needs to do right now. I'll leave it at that. And I'm actually shocked about it, but that's another story. We have to learn to, if no one else motivates you, motivate yourself to do the things you need to do in terms of elevating yourself to higher positive goals. And stop playing these games out here, man. We don't have time for that no more. No more time for games, man. It's time to grow up. This is DJ Wolf. I'm out.